I say you peekaboo. Look at me, you cat. Yes. Fancy a game?
Me?
Yes, you. Answer me, you maggot.
Sure.
Give me your real name.
David.
Huh?
David?
That is a stupid name, isn't it, you maggot?
Well, you too then. What's yours?
I am the gatekeeper.
Cool story, bro. Tell me about this game.
You are banished to the black hole.
What?
The black hole.
The Black Owl?
Hmm? The black hole.
One more time?
Huh?
Yeah.
The black hole.
Oh, the black hole. I get it.
You're banished!
Well, fine then. You and your stupid game. I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean it.
You're banished.
Nightmare is your basic roll and move. Up to 6 players take turns rolling the die and moving clockwise that many spaces around the outside track of the board and take the action indicated by the tombstone they land on. Prior to setting up the game board, each player needs to reach into the Nightmare bag and randomly pull out a tombstone and number chit. The number chit is then slid into a slot on the tombstone. The tombstone now represents that player. Also, on each tombstone is a name. Find the corresponding name on the game board. This is your starting square. Separate the keys and cards and place them on the designated areas of the board. Then each player should take one of the Nightmare tiles, flip it over, write their worst fear on the back, put them together in a pile, shuffle them up, and put them on the center of the board. Lastly, pop in the accompanying VHS tape and you're ready to play. The objective of the game is to collect all 6 of the keys in your color, reach the Nightmare square at the center of the board, and reveal any Nightmare tile that is not your own. Keys can be collected by landing on tombstones or given by the gatekeeper or cards. Keys can also be used as one-time use items. If you flip your keys over, you'll see that each key has ability text on the back. These abilities can be used one time per game. Just leave the key flipped over to indicate it's been used. Once you have all 6 of your keys, you can take the inside track towards the center. To win, you must roll the exact number to land on the center tile, then roll exactly a 6 to reveal the top Nightmare tile. If the Nightmare tile is your own, you lose and are immediately removed from the game. If it is anyone else's, you win. And that's how you play Nightmare, the video board game. Let's try it out.
Fancy a game?
Nightmare, the game hosted by a video.
I am the gatekeeper.
To win, you must stop it.
Roll the die.
The video board game Nightmare. The gatekeeper talks to you,
Whose turn is it next?
and you must answer him.
Answer me!
Yes, my gatekeeper.
Go for it!
Nightmare, a race against time for 3 to 6 very game players.
Let's party!
closer than the thingy.
6.
58. I take 2 keys.
It's not mine. You got it.
We win!
Oh no, David wins.
David wins!
Damn it.
Nightmare.
So yeah, let's talk about Nightmare.
Yeah.
This was my nightmare.
So, a lot of fun when drunk.
Right. It exists.
Yeah.
I think it was fun even if we weren't drunk.
Yeah.
We actually played this twice, I guess, to
Yes.
full disclosure. The first time, at the end of it, I said, I think what I said was, the game is not good, but the experience was fun.
Right.
And I didn't know if it would be fun again, but we didn't get the footage correct, so we had to tape again. And honestly, the second time was pretty fun too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a much better experience than a game.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
True.
what's good about the game?
Excitement?
Not the rules.
Yeah.
What was good was, I mean, you could see it in the video. We were so into the game, in that second game, that we were knocking the table over, which really goes to show you what the experience is. It's just roll as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sense of tension in the game is great.
Uh-huh.
I think the second time wouldn't have been as good, except we had a new person playing with us, and it was fun just to see his reaction to the video and to what was going on, and see the look of surprise that he had. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Any goods to add, Katie?
The surprises the first time we played.
Right.
Because the narrator did have a lot of really, cool things that would go on during the game, like calling out to people and that kind of thing. So, playing it the second time, we knew what was coming, for the most part. Like, there were some things I forgot, but, I knew I was the youngest both times.
Right.
And after the first time, that became relevant the second time.
Yes,
So-
but I recommend it for the first playthrough. It was definitely fun as an experience. I think the game is terrible. It's just a roll and move game.
Well, on the good side, though, the cheese factor is there with just the mannerisms and the acting and sort of the noises and the facial expressions that
If you
the
like bad
gatekeeper
movies,
makes.
you will be a fan.
Right.
of it.
Yeah.
If you love cheesy B horror, this is for you.
I think too, playing at a game store, you really got to see how other people also were reacting to the game, because we were playing on basically this big TV in the main area of the shop, and so we had a lot of people just watching us respond to the TV, and people who didn't know what was going on but knew that we were interacting with it.
Sure, it has that
And-
social factor going on.
Yeah.
It's true.
Spoiler alert, there's an amazing part of this game where somebody has to do a minute and a half long staring contest with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun every time. I think some people were uproariously laughing about this.
Very intense.
Yeah, very intense. I think the second time the person just said, "Not doing this."
Well, the second time, I didn't have any keys, so I didn't have anything to lose.
Right.
Which happened both games, by the way. You can get wrecked in this game, which is hilarious, but also just a part of the game.
So, those were the good things. Bad things.
So many.
So many bad things.
But I think it all kind of has the sugarcoat of, excitement and endearment. You can't not smile when you think of Nightmare.
So bad things. I know you guys can't see this very well, but if you look at the little board that's here, all you're doing is going around this board. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you're picking these time cards and these chance cards and these fate cards, and all of them are hard to keep track of. During that second game, or the playthrough that you guys just saw, there was a point where somebody had 10 or 12 of these time cards, and they're just sitting there, "Oh, I missed this one, I missed this one, I missed this one." It's so hard to keep track of everything.
Oh, it's true.
In an hour.
You've got the time cards. You've got the special abilities on the back of the keys. You have fate cards that happen during certain circumstances, and you're just trying to frantically roll, and it's so hard to keep track of everything you keep track of. And there's like special triggers that can happen when people land on your starting square, sort of like someone landing on your property in Monopoly. Like,
Yeah.
you get to take all of their, like, usually it's fate cards.
Fate cards or chance cards, something.
But so the worst thing for me was just the chance cards. 90% of them are, if you're this person and you're this number or this color, then you get a key. Well,
Almost never.
They
happens.
almost do nothing.
right. I think we've once, maybe twice, a chance card ever did anything.
Yeah, I think
So-
one time during
Yeah.
both playthroughs.
Those were pretty useless.
Yeah.
In addition, the chance cards have keys on them sometimes. And what we found out the second playthrough was there's one front half to a key in the entire deck.
Right. I think it was about a dozen or so
It's
back
just
half.
trolling you with these back halves of keys for the.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
We went through the whole deck and found that one out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the chance cards almost do nothing. Time cards were really powerful. A lot of the time you forgot about using them, though.
Yeah, the end of game ones were super good, but at that time, it's almost no time left.
Well, right, and like at the
So-
last, was it like 30 seconds of the game, and he's just like, here, everyone have all your keys!
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, well, too late. Like, you don't have time, because, you know, like I went over in the how to play, you have to get to the center, you have to roll the exact number to get onto the Nightmare card, you have to roll exactly a 6,
Yes.
and, like... And there's still other players having
Yeah.
turns, and there's like 30 seconds left in the game when he
Yeah.
decides to give you all your keys.
Not to
Yeah.
mention the first game, we noticed that so many people had time cards that acted in those last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Just
Mhm.
like, oh, I get 2 extra turns and I get 2 extra turns, and it's like, who's got what turns now?
Right.
And
Yeah.
the first time we played this, I would have thought that there was no way you could finish this game in an hour unless you
Right.
were
Extremely lucky.
extremely
Yeah.
lucky. The second game, this is funny, David won.
Mm-hmm.
Barely. Mark.
There were 2 minutes left.
Yeah, Mark had a chance to look at the top card, and if it was his die, well, it was David's card, and he took David's off. Had he not done that, David
Yeah.
would have lost at the end.
I would have been. That's the worst thing about the game. Is that when you get to the end and you roll that 6, if it's your Nightmare card,
You just
lose. You're just
Yeah.
ejected from the game.
It's done.
So that's cool,
That's a mechanic you want in your board game.
right?
Yeah.
So
So, just for funsies, not for
Right.
serious.
No. The first playthrough, though, I think is.
well, obviously this game is decades out of print.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not hard to find. It's not expensive. Definitely worth. I think if you're just looking to have a good time with some friends at Halloween or something.
Yeah, especially if nobody's played this or if.
Right,
Yeah.
especially if nobody else in your party, like the people you're having over for your Halloween party, whatever, hasn't played it. You're absolutely right. It's a blast.
Yeah.
I want to play the second one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think there's 3. I
There's a
think there's
commercial.
Nightmare 2, 3, and 4 also.
Yeah.
We'll probably do playthroughs of those at some point. Yeah. So anything to add?
Nightmare.
The video board game. All right. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Good game.